In news that will surprise literally nobody who understands health sciences and economics, free medications known as pharmacare would produce overall healthcare savings in Ontario. I mean, hey, it's not like we have evidence from literally every single country around the world that has free pharmacare that this works, but now we have a study in Ontario proving it. And for the people that the study followed, it led to an average yearly savings of $1,488 per patient. Because it turns out that when you give people the prescriptions that they need to survive, it can help prevent such things as unexpected trips to the hospital. It's almost like pharmacare should be part of healthcare. Like it is all over Europe, but whatever. And I know that this isn't exactly how it would work out, but if you take those yearly cost savings and multiply it by the population of Ontario, you get cost savings of over $21 billion. Once again, it wouldn't actually be that much, but for perspective. And according to the federal government, every year 3 million Canadians don't fill their prescriptions because it's too expensive. So every year in Canada, almost 10% of the population does not get the medication that they need because they can't afford it. And Canadians pay more per capita for prescription medications than residents of any other country except for the United States and Switzerland, which is causing Canadians to die prematurely or to endure terrible suffering, which we have both the medication and the money to make sure doesn't happen, which means that we are letting needless suffering and death occur. Meanwhile, the good old Frazier Institute argues that it's too expensive to run, even though the studies show that it would save money. Because the Canadian Taxpayers Federation doesn't care about saving money, they care about the fact that poor people who don't have insurance through their jobs would be getting free drugs. Which also goes to prove one of the things that I have been saying for years, things like a universal pharmacare program are the conservative option. Because one of the things that conservatives all over Canada will tell you is that they believe in having more money in their pocket. They believe that they should have more of their money to spend on things that they want to spend it on. Having a universal pharmacare program will lead to the average Canadian having more money in their pockets and us having to spend less money on taxes on healthcare because we will have a healthier population that will end up using the hospital system less. So if your argument is, well, the current system works, it doesn't work for at least 3 million Canadians every year. And if your argument is, oh, we'll just get a good enough job and then they'll cover it. Obviously, not everybody has access to a job like that. But if you somehow made it to the end of this video and you still don't agree with me that we need universal pharmacare, I have a selfish argument for you. You know how all the good jobs have pharmacare coverage? Imagine if pharmacare was covered by the government. That means that your job wouldn't have to cover it anymore, which means either that your corporation gets to save money, good for them, or, more likely, you as the employer would be in a good negotiating position to add more benefits to your plan. Maybe mental health, maybe other forms of treatment. Who knows? The point being, it would benefit you in the long run. There is literally no good argument for not having universal pharmacare in Canada.